So everybody thought that the heavyweight battle, that the true final was Serena versus Naomi Osaka. And we found out that it really, at this stage, I don't think is much of a match when Osaka is just playing her normal game. I don't even think Osaka played outstanding against Serena. And this is not taking anything away from Serena. So Serena fans, do not get upset. But Serena is now 39 years old. Osaka is moving into her prime. It was very, very clear, I think, to most objective people watching that match, that at this point, Osaka hits the ball harder and she moves a lot better. And when you hit the ball harder and you move a lot better on the professional tour, you're going to win most of the time pretty easily. And that's what we saw. Really, the only thing holding Osaka back was her nerves against Serena. And when she got over those after the first couple of games, it was not a match. Osaka did not even really serve well, which is something I want to talk about here as a concern for her in the final. Now, Brady, if you don't know who Brady is, everybody's probably thinking, oh, well, now the tournament's just Osaka's tournament. She's going to win easily. And that this is really not a match. And we just saw what the real final was between Serena and Osaka. I'm here to tell you that this is going to be, or, well, you never know until they take the court, right? I mean, someone could always show up and just disappoint and not play their game. But if both ladies play their game, if they both show their talent and their skill, and they both rise to the occasion, this is the heavyweight fight. This is the marquee matchup. This is the future of tennis. Brady is incredible, guys. I don't know how much you've seen her play. Who saw them play at the U.S. Open? It was fantastic tennis. And Brady's forehand, I believe Brady has the best forehand on the women's tour. It is awesome. And I know you got Serena with her forehand. Amazing forehand. I like Brady's forehand better than Serena. I like Brady's forehand better than Osaka. And her serve might even be better than Osaka's as well. So she's got her serve and her forehand working to her advantage. They went 3 sets last time they played at the U.S. Open. And then Osaka, she's tough. She's got that little mousy kind of voice, and but she's a tough customer. So she did not want to win. I mean, did not want to lose, and she ended up winning 6-2 in the third set. But they had a very good match. And so what I want to do right now, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. I actually can share a video. Guys, as you come on in, this is a live stream. I want you to pick, who do you think is going to win, Brady or Osaka? Is it just a foregone conclusion that now that Osaka, Naomi's gotten past Serena, that the trophy is hers? Or do you think that Brady has a chance? I will be giving my pick at the end. I believe Brady has a very, very good chance to win this, although there's certainly some things that limit her ability to win the match. And we're going to go through everything that Osaka has in her corner and maybe some things that are working against her. And we're going to go through everything that Brady has in her corner and maybe a couple of deficiencies that might keep her from winning her first Grand Slam title. But I think she's going to be competing for many Grand Slam titles if she can stay healthy and keep playing the way that she is playing, because she is really, really tough, guys. She crushes the ball if you've never seen her play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video into the stream. I don't know how it's going to play. You guys give me some feedback. Let me know if it's playing well or not. So let's try it right now. We're just going to put this into the stream. Hopefully it will play well for us. And this is a match that they actually played. Tennis, you guys are on it. This is a match that they actually played in, I think, North Carolina on the clay a couple years ago. And so this one, they were first coming into their own and getting on the tour. They're both much better players at this point. But even in these highlights, which they don't appear that they're going to play very smoothly for us, unfortunately, even in these highlights, you can see the talent of both of them and the power of both of them. But again, unfortunately, the video is not going to play well. So I'm just going to, I'm just going to bag this idea we'll try it another live stream. So that's going to be more problematic than it is good in helping us to see. But if you have not seen Jen Brady play yet, go to YouTube and type in Brady versus Osaka U.S. Open 2020 highlights. You will see that she can stand toe-to-toe with Osaka. It was a tug-of-war match to where both players can really take the offense from each other. Both players have the knockout punch and can hit winners from anywhere on the court and can knock each other around the court. And at times, Brady can be quite dominant. And she was against Osaka at the U.S. Open, where she went on some rolls where she was just steamrolling the serve, steamrolling the forehand. And so I think she can do that. I think if her forehand's on and her backhand is not erratic, she's got a very, very good shot against Osaka. So for Brady to win her first Grand Slam and to pull the upset, here's what she's going to have to do. She's going to have to serve well. If she makes a lot of first serve, she's got a huge first serve. And she's actually got a pretty darn good second serve, kick serve. So she's got a good first and second serve, but I think you got to put a lot of first serves in. So you're always thinking on the offense. She's got to dominate with a forehand. She's got to end points early. Okay, I think the longer the rally goes, she can longer too, but I think the longer the this looks like it's being can you guys hear me okay? Is the sound good? It looks Osaka wins her fourth with relative ease. Okay, so we've had our first prediction come on and says Osaka wins it fourth with relative ease. Can you guys just give me like a little sound check? Do you guys hear me okay and see me okay? Just want to know. Tennis Paris Brothers, help me out. Do you guys hear and see me okay? Let me know if I'm not sounding good. We can come back and do this another time. But so going back to Brady, she's going to have to serve well. She's going to have to dominate with the forehand. That's what she's going to have to do well. She's also going to have to keep that backhand under control. Her backhand is big. It's a weapon too. But I noticed in her last time I saw her play 2 rounds ago, I forget who she was playing, but I saw audio is all good. Thank you, Hugh. I noticed that her backhand was flying. So her backhand can tend to spray. Keep the backhand under control. And overall, she's a pretty good mover. She can move pretty good within the line. So she can go side to side as long as she's in the single sideline and doesn't have to stretch. She can actually play some pretty good defense. Once you get her outside the doubles alley, I noticed that forehand that she's got like this extra wristy thing. When she has to stretch, lots of times that forehand, it's kind of weird. Go watch the U.S. Open highlights. It goes from a huge weapon to a big liability. Once she's kind of does like this little flick at the end, there was many shots where she just had no power and could not even barely reach the net with it. It was kind of weird to see her forehand go from so big to so weak once you stretch her out. That's the difference between her and Naomi. Naomi can get fully stretched out and still find power on both sides. So Naomi is a better defensive player than Brady, and she's going to have to play some good defense tonight. So it's going to be Osaka. So if you're listening to what I just said, what I just summarized, I said for Brady to win, she's going to have to serve well, hit her forehand well, end points early. And she's going to have to get that backhand under control. Her liability is her backhand can fly, and on the run, the far stretch. Overall, she's not a terrible defender. But when she really gets stretched out wide, this is when she tends to not get balls back in play and to get out of points. Okay, for Osaka to win, she's going to have to serve well and look out for her toss. She got away with really shaky serving. She double faulted 8 times in 2 sets against Serena and still won very easily. I don't think she's going to win easily if she is that erratic. Besides double faulting 8 times, I mean, she missed so many first serves. She had some clutch serves. She had some clutch aces and some big serves and some big forehand follow-ups when she needed to on some big points. But her serve to me looked a little choky. And I think after this tournament, Osaka really needs, and I hope especially if she wins, because sometimes when you win, you're just thinking, oh, everything's all good, right? I mean, if you win the Australian Open and you win the US Open, it'd be really easy to think, everything's all good. I'm all right, you know. But I do think that the longer this keeps happening with her on her toss, eventually it's going to come back to haunt her. Her toss is erratic. Her toss is not consistent, and it makes her double fault, and it makes her miss a lot of first serves, and it throws her balance off too. And this is another thing to be concerned about. If she's hitting that serve in there and she's a little wobbly the way she lands, again, Brady can really pounce on her with big returns. So look out for that. Osaka, I hope she can stabilize that toss. I think after this tournament, she's got to spend some time on her toss, really get it under control so she doesn't hit so many double faults and miss so many first serves. And again, her balance is also affected, guys, when she lands. Take a look at that. So the toss has got to be under control. Look for her toss. If you see her toss way off, you know she's nervous and she's not feeling her serve. If she looks like she's throwing the ball up and hitting it in easily, because sometimes her toss actually looks like she has good control, but then other times it goes too far over her head and she has trouble. So I hope she can keep her toss a little bit more on her hitting side and it's a little easier to hit. So she's going to have to serve well. She's going to have to hit big forehands, big backhands, and she's going to have to defend. She's going to have to defend even more. She didn't even have to really defend that much against Serena. Did you notice that? Like Serena was on the run from the get-go. I don't think that's going to happen. Brady will be able to get on top of her. Okay, so in many points, again, the semifinals against Serena, don't look at that as a litmus test because Serena barely got Osaka on the run. Osaka basically got to dominate the middle of the court. Osaka is going to have to be good on the move against Brady. Brady can really get you running. Her and Sasha at a serve clinic soon. That's right, Hugh. I agree. Oh, speaking of serve clinics, let me just put this in here early. You guys are watching. You don't know who I am. I'm Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and I coach online tennis. And we're getting ready to next week. So maybe Osaka can join this. We're going to do a 7-day serve obsession challenge. So you go to 7-day serve challenge, sign up before Monday. You get 7 days of serving. We work on the toss, we work on the kick serve, we work on the slice serve, we work on the getting the serve over 100 miles an hour. And so you get video instruction every day. And you also can send me videos of your serve. So it's pretty cool. So make sure to go there. And hopefully Osaka will join. Wouldn't that be cool? But anyway, yeah, I think this is going to be a really, really good match, guys. I think this is going to be a really good match. I will say this. It's always the big X factor in tennis is you never know when one player is going to show up flat or nervous and just not play their game. If you're a tennis player, you know what it's like. You know what it's like to go out there and you're just not yourself. You're not playing your game, okay? You're just not playing your game. So either of these ladies that happens to, they're definitely going to lose. Who is it most likely to happen to? Well, you'd have to say Brady because Brady's never been to the finals before of a Grand Slam, but she did play Osaka at the semifinals of the U.S. Open. But again, I don't think there was any crowds, and now there's going to be a crowd. So there's going to be a crowd, which is going to feel weird for both of them, although Osaka's way more used to that than Brady, and it's the finals, so that's a different animal. So Brady could potentially show up, deer in headlights, and Osaka follows her. But if Brady comes and shows up and plays her game, Brady can win this match, okay? I think Brady, and I know this is a crazy statement to say, because Osaka clearly showed that she has more firepower at this point in her arena, and everybody considers Serena to have the most power they've ever seen on the court. And Osaka, at this point, is clearly outpowering Serena. But I think that Brady actually has more power, has more firepower than Osaka. And I think that if Brady does not get nervous and plays her game, drum roll please, I think Brady's going to win this match. I think Brady is going to pull the upset. I think she's going to pull the big upset here, guys. I just see her. It's great. I see her as a stronger player right now. I do. I've looked at Osaka's matches, and she's been pretty good. Hey, Diego. She's been pretty good, but her serve has been shaky. Her serve has been erratic. And if she goes out there and starts to toss that ball all over the place and throw double faults in, and if Brady can get over her nerves, she's going to win this match. Osaka wins if she just uses her experience, and Brady is just not up for the challenge yet. It's just too overwhelming for her. She doesn't bring her game. Osaka will win. If Brady ever can start to get, I know it's a little bit different. I mean, I think Osaka just naturally, it's, that movement, the speed, a lot of times that's just a God-given gift. Of course, you can always work on your fitness and you can get a little faster. But what Osaka has over Brady is she's got the firepower and she's got the speed and she's got the defense. She can go into that Djokovic lockdown mode. She can go into that Medvedev lockdown mode, which we're going to finish this broadcast up with and preview that final too. But Brady does not have that. Brady, once she gets outside the lines, all of a sudden that power goes away dramatically, and she lots of times can't even get the ball back in play. But that being said, for such a big power player as Brady is, she's not a terrible defender. She's not a terrible mover. Overall she can move pretty good, but it's nowhere near what Osaka does out there, in my opinion. What do you guys think about that? But if Brady can slowly but surely improve her defensive skills as the months and years go by, I could easily see her being top 4 in the world, and even at some points being number 1 in the world. I'm not saying she's going to be dominant year after year at number 1 in the world. I think that's just too much of a high prediction for her. But she's got the potential to definitely be top 5 in the world. 4, 3, 2, 1, you name it. She can do it. She's got the tools. She's got the weapons. And maybe many people who are going to end up watching this broadcast after it's over think I'm crazy because you haven't watched her enough, but she's awesome, guys. She's a real heavyweight, and I think she's got the best forehand on the tour. I think her forehand is the best. Her backhand can be erratic. Her movement's not as good, but she's awesome. Her serve's really awesome, too. Hugh says, Osaka can often get down on herself during a match if she starts to go away from, yeah, she can. She can get down, but she can also fight herself back. I mean, one thing that's kind of interesting is when you listen to Naomi off the court, you kind of, at least I do, I kind of get concerned for her. Like, is she tough enough for the sport? She's so sweet. She's so nice. She's got like this little mousy personality and very self-deprecating. And, after she beat, Coco Gauff, she gave her a big hug and, had her go up and talk. And I mean, she's done a lot of really kind of amazing things. I really like her. But when she gets on that court, she went right up against her idol. She went right up against her idol. And once she got over her nerves, she did not take her foot off the gas pedal one bit. And that was a concern for me going in against Serena, who's going for 24. Maybe she feel a little too sorry for Serena and not want to beat her idol. She just, once she got over her nerves, once she got over herself, she stomped Serena, and she just did it. and then after the match, she went right back to little sweet Naomi. So, but she's proving to be a very, very mentally tough player. She's got the killer instinct. And one thing that she said that is definitely the heart of a champion. She said something in the interview that I found very interesting. I think it was maybe the press conference, not the on-court interview. She says that when she gets to the finals, that's when she plays her best tennis, because she realized that she's so close to winning that she does not want to let herself down. She's like, she pretty much, I guess, says, well, I've made it this far. I'm going to fight with everything I have. So once she gets to the finals, there's something within her that she feels she brings out her best tennis, because she just feels like this is what she said. I thought this was pretty interesting from Naomi. She says, no one remembers who came in second place. She says, no one remembers the finalists. So that she thinks that way, that makes her play harder and play her best tennis. So, maybe she'll continue that trend. She's 3-0. She's 3-0 in Grand Slam finals. So maybe that will be the difference. Just this will that champions seem to have is, even if they're playing somebody that might have a little more firepower, might do this a little better, that a little better, they've got that inner champion that basically says, look, no one remembers second place. I don't lose when I get to the final. And Naomi so far has proven that that's what she's all about. So be very interesting to see if she can continue that as she goes against Brady. But I just want to wake everybody up about Brady. Don't think that you missed the big fireworks against Serena and Naomi and that was a disappointment. And now that Naomi's just going to walk in and grab her trophy and her check and go home, Brady is going to have a lot to say about that. And if Brady shows up and plays her game, it will be a great, great match, whoever wins. And Brady, I am picking Brady to win. I'm picking Brady to have the big upset here. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some predictions here. And now let's move into Djokovic versus Medvedev, which I'll come back later, probably tomorrow, and highlight that one. So I'm not going to give my pick, but I will say this. If you're in the Joker camp, Medvedev made a big statement last night. 3 stomping sets against Tsitsipas. Won very easily the first 2 sets. And then another thing that you have to give Medvedev credit for is they had a close third set, and Medvedev shut it down. Okay? Didn't go extra innings. Didn't go to the 4th set. He said he was thinking about that. He was thinking about that Nadal match. So he decided, I really got to put an end to this, because if it goes into the 4th and the 5th set, maybe all of a sudden I might walk out of here like Rafa, which he did not want to do. But Medvedev is showing more and more and more that he is getting closer and closer and closer to the legend, saying, give me those trophies. It's time for me to start winning. So Medvedev's getting very, very close to winning a major. And I know a quick word on that backhand from Medvedev. Medvedev's backhand is so money, and it's just money. His backhand is money. His serve is pretty good. I think it's underrated. It's a pretty good weapon. And his forehand is ugly. It's like, ooh, what is that? But it's super effective, guys. He doesn't miss it very much. And he hit some sick winners on that forehand. So Medvedev, when you think about Djokovic and how dominant he's been over the last 10 years, just being, pretty much dominant against Rafa, pretty much dominant against Federer. You know who he has not been dominant against? Daniel Medvedev. I saw him lose to Medvedev at the Cincinnati tournament. He just lost to him in the ATP Cup. He has not dominated Medvedev. And Medvedev is like Joker and Rafa 2.0. It's like, and that sounds so terrible to say because it sounds like I'm being disrespectful, and those guys have such gaudy numbers in the history of the game. And I'm certainly not saying that Medvedev is going to come anywhere near the numbers or the Grand Slams that those guys have. But when it comes to defensive skills and just giving the appearance that it's so impossible to win points, I don't know. I don't know if anybody does it better than him. And so Djokovic is going to have his work cut out for him. Djokovic is going to have to step up his game and be more offensive minded than he's used to have to be. What Djokovic and Nadal, even though they're good offensive players, what's so good about them is they basically can let the game come to them, let the attack come to them, and then no one has been a better counter attacker, counter puncher than Djokovic and Nadal. That was the problem that Federer always had against both those guys, is he was always having to create, force the issue, come to the net, make it all happen. If he wasn't absolutely perfect, they would pass Fed, or Fed would miss. This is what Djokovic has ahead of him. He's going to have to be like Fed to beat Medvedev, in my opinion. I mean, not as offensive and not as risky as Fed plays. I mean, they're different players, but he's going to have to pick some of Fed's plays up and run them a little more against Medvedev if he wants to beat him. I don't think he can out-rally. I don't know what you guys think about this. I don't think he can out-rally Medvedev, 15, 20, 30-shot rallies for 5 sets. I don't know. I don't know if he can do it. Let's see some more comments. Hey, Pete, nice to see you again. We need to accept the fact that as great as Serena is, she no longer should be given the same hype against players like Osaka. This happened many times. Yeah, I mean, anytime that Serena is going to get near the finals, it's always going to be a big story. It's always going to have people who are not even tennis fans be interested. Last time when I did, just a clear example, we did Osaka versus Serena. We had like 300 plus people on the live stream, and then within 24 hours we had 13,000 views. Right now we're talking about the finals. There's only 5 people here watching right now, so no one. Once Serena's out, a lot less people care about what's going to happen in the finals on the women's side right now. Unfortunately, I think they're sleeping on a very important match, because I think Brady and Osaka could be the history of tennis, the new history of tennis, the future of tennis for many years, and that this could be the start of their classic rivalry. Okay, was everybody so excited the first time that Chrissy and Martina went at it? I don't know. I don't remember if everybody was that excited about that, but I'm sure after the 5th or 6th time, people are starting to tune in. And that's how I feel about this. This could be the start of something big. This could be the start of something big. Let's see some more comments. Was talking about the shot of the tournament, the backhand 5-5 to break. Okay, I'm going to have to be completely honest. I woke up late and I saw that it was a blowout, and I just went back to sleep. I'm like, oh, Medvedev's got, I think the score was like, I don't know, what did he win the first set? Something easy, 6-2 or 6-3, and he was just destroying him in the second set. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get up and watch this. He's going to blow him out. So I missed that shot. I apologize. JM, number 6. What does number 6 mean? I don't know what number 6 means. So, guys, that's it. I have made my prediction for the women's final. I think that it comes down to how well Brady can handle the pressure. I think Naomi will handle the pressure. I think the big thing about Naomi is her toss going to handle the pressure. Yes, no, 6. Oh, number 6 viewer. Okay, I see. Will Naomi's toss hold up to the pressure? If her toss is off, be ready for a rocky night from Naomi. She can't have a ton of double faults and a ton of first serve misses against Brady. And then obviously got to look at Brady. Will she perform to her abilities in her first major? That certainly would not surprise me if she just goes out there and lays an egg, especially on the backhand side. I don't really see her forehand falling apart, but if Naomi can find her backhand and make her start to miss that could just have her completely collapse. So the backhand's a weakness. The defense is a little bit of a liability on the Brady side, and obviously lack of experience. But if Brady can show up, not be nervous, control her backhand, dominate with a forehand, I think she's going to win. I think Brady's going to win. And I think we're going to see a great, great final, I hope. Naomi has the advantage of being there multiple times now. Absolutely, Naomi has the advantage of that. That is for sure. That is for sure. But Brady has the advantage of, in my opinion, having a better serve, a bigger serve, and a bigger forehand. I think she can dominate with those 2 weapons. And her backhand, I've been talking about as a liability. I've been talking about as erratic, but when she has it under control, her backhand's pretty darn big too. Go watch the U.S. Open highlights on YouTube. Go watch Osaka versus Brady after you watch this video, and go watch that firepower and watch those points and watch her stand toe-to-toe where they hit like 5 or 6 laser beams back at each other, and then Brady will just go, whah, and it's over. So she certainly can do that tonight. It's going to be a good match, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you're watching the replay, definitely give your pick. Who is going to win? That's the cool thing about making the pick is you can put it in writing, and if you're right, you go back and you show all your friends. You go, look, I picked the winner before the match even happened. And if you're wrong, guess what you do? You just don't tell your friends that you made this post. So there you go. All right, a couple more comments. If you guys put a couple more comments, I'll wait for them. True, Brady could get into Naomi's head through Naomi has gotten back from tough spots, especially against Azarenka. Yeah, she got blown out against Azarenka in the first set, and it looked like Azarenka was going to have a Cinderella story. I would have loved to seen that happen, but to Naomi's credit, back against the wall, she showed that she is a champion. She showed that she is not going down without a fight, and she showed that she can do what very few players can do, and that's what I call going in the lockdown mode. Djokovic can go in the lockdown mode where you're like, damn, how do you win a point against this guy? Nadal can go in the lockdown mode where it's like, it's impossible to win a point against this player. And Medvedev can do that too, and Naomi can do that too. I'm not sure if Brady can do that yet. I'm not sure if Brady goes into absolute lockdown mode. She can go into beast mode where she's just crushing winners, but I think she's always going to be spraying the ball a little bit here and there, even when she's playing well. Naomi in 3, Medvedev in 5. Okay, 2 very strong picks. 2 picks tough to argue with. That would be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be great if Naomi won in 3 sets and Medvedev won in 5 sets, or Djokovic won in 5 sets? That would be really great for tennis. That's one thing I hate to see. Sometimes there'll be, don't you guys hate this about tennis? Sometimes there's a lot of great matches throughout the whole entire tournament, and only tennis fans are really tuning into it. And then in the finals, people will turn it on and it's a blowout, and they're like, "Oh, tennis sucks," and then you're like, "No, it's a great tournament, I swear." But then the final is like just the dud, and the normal sports fan just turns it on and goes, "Yeah, this sucks. I'm not very interested in this." And maybe people felt that. I'm sure a lot of sports fans were pretty disappointed with the Serena Naomi result because, number one, most people want Serena to win. And number two, when you turned it on, it wasn't very good tennis. I mean, Naomi didn't even play her best. She missed tons of first serve. She double faulted 8 times, and she mopped the floor with Serena. So if you're a casual sports fan, you turn that on, you're like, well, I want Serena to win, but she doesn't really look that awesome. Like everybody's making her so awesome. She's way past her prime, and she just got stomped. And the person who stomped her is really good, but they're double faulting and missing a bunch of shots. So kind of disappointing when you see stuff like that happen. I hope for the finals that it's just flat out baller tennis all the way through, goes the distance both, and then you have some of these casual fans tuning and go, wow, this is a great sport. This is I didn't know it was so awesome. I didn't know these guys and ladies were such amazing athletes. I didn't know they could hit the ball so hard and move so fast. That's what I want to see. Do a collab and Matty B from Coffee Break Tennis, my buddy. Maybe we will do that. We'll see. Left CBT to be here live. Thank you. So did Coffee Break Tennis just put out a new video? Matt is, if you guys don't know, definitely check out Matt's Coffee Break Tennis show. It is the best tennis talk show on the internet. I don't consider myself really be a tennis talk show person. I do mostly tennis instruction, and I like to come in and do previews. It's kind of like live streams. But Matt is the pro at making an amazing video, very entertaining, very insightful, plays really cool clips. And so you guys make sure to check out Coffee Break Tennis. So, yeah, love CBT, says JM. Me too. So make sure you go over there after you watch the Osaka highlights versus Brady, and then go to Coffee Break Tennis, and then subscribe to his channel too. And on your way out, if you do me a favor so more people can watch this video, because I've been right on predicting a lot of things lately. I predicted Osaka over Serena, and I predicted Medvedev over Tsitsipas. And I'm making a bold call here. I'm calling for Brady to beat Osaka. I might be a little over my head when you think about it. Osaka is, really shouldn't be bet against in the final when she's 3-0, and Brady's never been there. But that's just how much I'm impressed with Brady's game. I saw you and Matt for the first time in your prediction before the Australian Open too. Yes, we did a really cool live stream where I think we even did like a game show type thing. Maybe I'll call Matt and see if he wants to do it. We'll see. He likes to do his show more than he likes to go live, but maybe I can talk him into it. You guys take care and have a great day, and like this video and subscribe and sign up for the 7-day serve challenge. See you guys.